Welcome to Car Swag. All right, Car Swag fam, forget your Italian exotics, forget your German precision. Tonight we're talking about the car that kicked off a whole damn revolution in American car culture. The one that made serious horsepower accessible to the masses and turned suburban garages into mad scientist labs. We're talking about the 1995 Mitsubishi Eclipse GSX. And trust me, this ain't just a movie car. This is the blueprint for a generation of gearheads. You see this thing rolling up and your first thought isn't supercar. It's more like, is that a cool sports coupe from the 90s? It's got those smooth aerodynamic lines, a subtle spoiler, and just enough aggression to let you know it means business, but not enough to scream about it. It was the kind of car that looked good in any color, but in green, man, that was iconic. This was peak 90s style, before everything got all angular and angry. But then, you hear that little whistle, that subtle, almost apologetic whine of a turbocharger spooling up. And suddenly, the whole vibe shifts. This ain't your grandma's grocery getter. This is a wolf in sheep's clothing, wearing a very sensible, slightly aerodynamic jacket. The sleeper energy meter on this thing, it went from sensible sedan to send it to the moon faster than you could say boost creep. Under that unassuming hood lived a 4-cylinder heart. But don't let that fool you for a second. This wasn't just any four-banger. This was the legendary Ford G63T, a turbocharged all-wheel drive monster. It was the kind of car that looked at a stoplight full of V8s and said, "Hold my beer, watch this." It was a masterclass in don't judge a book by its cover if that book was about tearing up asphalt and leaving tire marks as its footnotes. This thing could launch like a rocket on a wet surface, gripping the pavement with an almost unfair advantage. Now, we can't talk about the GSX without talking about its silver screen debut. You know the one, that iconic green machine launching off the line, leaving a trail of pixelated dust and a new legend in its wake. It wasn't just a car in a movie. It was the car that introduced a generation to the thrill of tuning, of boost, of street racing culture. It didn't just play a role, it defined a genre. Before this, tuner car was a niche term. After this, it was a global phenomenon, and the Mitsubishi Eclipse GSX was the undeniable poster child. This car wasn't just fast, it was modifiable. Mitsubishi basically handed you a blank check for boost and said, go nuts. Want more power? Slap on a bigger turbo. Want to sound like a fighter jet at full throttle? Exhaust swap. The aftermarket scene for these things exploded faster than a poorly tuned engine on a dyno run. Every kid with a wrench, a dream, and a copy of that movie suddenly had a project. This wasn't a car you just owned, it was a car you built. It was a bond between man and machine, forged in the fires of late-night garage sessions and greasy hands. It taught a whole generation how to wrench, how to tune, and how to appreciate the raw mechanical symphony of a boosted 4-cylinder. On the outside, it could almost blend in with traffic. The lines were sporty, sure, but not outlandish. It had that subtle, responsible adult vibe going for it. It could sit in a parking lot next to a Camry and not raise an eyebrow. But underneath? Oh, underneath was pure bad car energy. This was the ultimate dad car versus bad car contender. You could drive it to work, pick up groceries, and then, with a flick of the wrist and a heavy foot, become an absolute hooligan on the back roads. It was sensible by day, savage by night. Would you daily it? Absolutely. In its prime, it was reliable enough, practical enough, and offered enough trunk space for your weekend adventures or your latest performance parts delivery. But could you resist the urge to send it at every on-ramp, every stoplight, every empty stretch of road? That's where the real challenge came in. This car practically dared you to misbehave. It whispered sweet turbo nothings into your ear, encouraging questionable decisions and the occasional friendly streetlight drag. It was a daily driver that always had a secret up its sleeve, ready to unleash a wave of torque and a symphony of turbo spool. And let's talk about the community. The DSM Diamond Star Motors crowd. These weren't just owners, they were a brotherhood, a family, a collective of grease monkeys and speed demons, swapping stories, parts, and sometimes entire engines on a Saturday afternoon. They knew the quirks, the fixes, the legendary power potential of that 4G63. This wasn't just a car club, it was a subculture, a secret handshake for anyone who understood the magic of a high-revving, boosted Mitsubishi engine powering all four wheels. They built legends, broke records, and kept these cars alive through sheer passion and a little bit of madness. Today, finding a clean, unmolested GSX from '95 is like finding a unicorn that also knows how to drift. Most have either been thrashed into oblivion, turned into dedicated track cars, or lovingly restored to their former glory, costing more than they did new. But the spirit, that lives on. It proved that you didn't need six figures or a European badge to have a genuinely exciting, seriously fast, and infinitely tunable machine. It democratized performance. It took the thrill of speed and put it in the hands of everyday enthusiasts. It was a car that didn't just win races, it won hearts. It inspired a generation of gearheads to pick up wrenches, to learn about boost, to understand the magic of all-wheel drive putting down serious power. It was raw, it was edgy, and it absolutely punched above its weight class. It was the ultimate underdog, and everyone loves an underdog story, especially when it's got a turbo. The 1995 Mitsubishi Eclipse GSX wasn't just a car, it was a cultural icon, a tuning legend, and a damn good time on four wheels. It left an indelible mark on car culture, proving that sometimes the most unassuming packages hold the greatest power. So, the 1995 Mitsubishi Eclipse GSX, not just a car, but a cultural phenomenon. A legend that proved you don't need a massive price tag to have massive fun. It's the kind of car that makes you smile just thinking about it. A true car swag icon, no doubt about it. All right, car swag fam, what do you think? Did the GSX get you into cars, or are you still chasing that turbo dream? Let me know in the comments below. If you loved this deep dive into a true legend, do yourself a favor. Hit subscribe at cr._swag. More legends to roast and toast, one clean photo at a time. We'll catch you on the next one. Stay boosted.